The first date, I feel like men pursue women. So if you're pursuing this young lady on the first date, I feel like you have to pay for the first date. Some men think like, I don't really know you. I don't know if you're worthy of me paying for the first date. But I feel like it's just a gentleman thing. You inviting this lady to the first date, meeting her for the first time and trying to get to know her. You're paying for that date. And if that man don't pay for that date, that's the cue. Let him go.
Exactly.
So my take on it is this, right? Like, when we talk about first date, it can get a little complex, right? Like, let's say a dude likes to go walking or hiking. It's like, yo, Shaggy, like, let's go on the first date or whatever. Mm-hmm. Why do we always associate first date with somewhere where the guy has to spend money? That's my problem.
It doesn't necessarily have to be.
That just depends on what kind of girl you're attracting.
Right, but it's like if you want to take the girl out and you make the plan.
About like somewhere
you know what I mean?
For.
Somewhere where you have to pay.
Maybe
if you go to a restaurant where you have to pay, you don't expect to split the bill. You're paying that. You're the man.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Why should it be that way?
Because you ask me out. If you pursue me, then you should pay for the date.
But when it comes of me taking decisions, then it would be equal thing.
Yeah. Let me say this. If I'm in my house, okay, minding my business, and you have the nerve to interrupt my day and call my phone or text me and go, hey, excuse me, would you like to go on a date with me? And you're black behind, you're white behind, whatever behind you have, you really think I am splitting the bills with you? Or do you think I'm paying for myself? You must be out your mind. Because I did not call you. I did not want to go to no restaurants. I was minding my business at home. So do not disturb me if you're not able to come out your pocket. If you're stingy, do not ask a woman on the date.
But in this 2020, even girls will go and slide into the DM saying that I like you and this,
so now
this,
who's
and
pursuing?
that. So in that case, because can we not just pull a one side? Let's pull both sides. Because when you talk about it, it's not just like me. No, you be coming and sliding into my DM too. So when it comes to that, baby, we gotta do everything.
Okay, look.
Even now, I was just gonna invite you to my house. Let's come and let's eat fufu. How about that?
Okay, in that perspective, right?
Right.
If I ask somebody out, because I don't mind paying, you know,
Exactly.
if you a boss, you got it like that. Mm-hmm. If I said I'm gonna, hey, what you doing? I want to take you out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm paying because I asked you. I took you out of your comfort zone.
And if he's still a gentleman, he will still take that because it's the first.
It's like I invite you over to my house and I'm like, oh, bring food. That's
stupid.
Yeah. If you invite somebody somewhere, you are the one. If I ask you on a date, I will pay.
Exactly.
Trust and believe. I've done that before. I will pay. I do not mind. But if you coming out your mouth, you ask me out thinking I'm about to pay or go half, you are out your mind. You mad.
I will walk out the restaurant. Thank you.
I think normally, like according to society, you know, the men should pay for the date, you know, first or 10th dates or whatever.
20 dates.
To be a gentleman or whatever. But now we're living in a time when things are changing. Like guys are realizing that sometimes, especially when you go on a first date, you're pretty much just going with a stranger that you don't really know well. Things can go either way. People are quick to say, well, you invited me on a date. But one thing they forgot to mention that first you was at home. Obviously you wasn't busy enough to cancel. Third is Third, you agreed to come.
Right.
It wasn't by force or by fire.
Oh
but
boy, now
it's like that you slide in my DMs.
And then girls are quick to say, well, I took 3 hours to get ready. Nobody
That's your problem.
But you on your own, you took that 3 hours.
May the Lord bless you, boy.
And then you show up like you own the restaurant.
Yes.
And then when it's time to pay, you have an issue.
No, you get a text message.
You agree to come.
Best believe I'm showing up like I own the
You
restaurant.
agree to come to the date, but you want to forget that part your role or the part you play in that whole conversation. Because I didn't just say, oh, come on a date with me and I was holding a gun to your head.
But the thing is, you
invite her. But you invite her.
You accepted it.
So you pay.
Yeah, but you're paying.
I don't mind paying personally.
Right.
But I'm saying that I understand why some people will not want to
split the bill. You understand? Split the bill.
I understand why
If it's like a friendship thing, like hey,
let me
say sometimes guys and girls go out together on.
We're talking about dates.
Guys and girls go out on this.
I don't like the part where you say I don't do nothing. First of all, you asked me ahead of time, and I had to fit you into my schedule. So with that being said,
you pay for me for inconvenience.
That free time I could have used it. That free time I could have used it for something more productive for me. Because women are not just at home doing nothing. Sometimes
productive like what? Doing your makeup.
There's so much more that's gonna bring me content, that's gonna bring me money. So yes, I might be doing my makeup for my YouTube channel. Whatever I decide to do, the time I'm giving you is money. So don't say I'm at home doing nothing. Appreciate the time you were put into my schedule. So respect.
No.
Obviously,
you value that date more than whatever you have.
Right. Because you agree to it. You agree to it.
If it was 2 years in advance.
You agree to it. So it's important.
But you have to take the L that it comes with. If you're a man, you take a woman on the first day and she pays, she loses respect. Who knows if she's even going to take you on a second date?
But that's not accurate because not all women.
Not all,
exactly. So you say you take a girl on a date, she pays, you lose respect, you take an L. Not all.
Not all. 99% of them. Yeah. They ain't coming back out with you.
So the thing is, like I was saying is, so if somebody don't want to pay on the first date, because obviously you're strangers, you're getting to know each other.
Exactly.
So that's why I understand because you play a role in the whole event. Like you played a role. You agreed, you show up, you knew I was going to a restaurant, you came hungry.
Take her somewhere affordable. It's not about
being affordable.
If it's McDonald's, if you don't want to pay
$5
meal or $1 meal,
seriously.
take care of your own meal because you ate for yourself.
When you're hosting someone,
you ate for yourself. The free restrooms was going to
Listen. Me, take me on a date. Pay for my own food. God forbid to fear toi. I will block your number. Let me say this. When I go on a date,
you're blocking your blessings.
I'm dead.
You are blocking your blessings.
You are no blessing. If you're making her pay, you're no blessing. I'm sorry, bro.
Listen, y'all. First of all, I'm an independent woman. You go on a date, I'll definitely try to take my card out.
Independent, right?
Let's see what you got going on. I'll try to pay. If you don't stop me from paying that bill,
that's the last time you'll be dating me.
That's the last time you see me.
Let me say something. Okay, all right. Let's go out. I'm paid. But at the end, baby, you better give me some. I'll pay for it. Let me finish. I'm gonna repeat it again for you.
Okay.
Listen up. Limits. If I pay for it, at the end, baby, we gotta go to the room.
To add to that, remember what you said. Once he paid for it, he take you to the room. You get some. You will never see him
For $20 meal. They told us it's $20. You think you sleep with me because you paid $20? You're crazy.
And you can go out there, give it to somebody else without paying.
Let's say this. Any man that stands here right now and is debating this topic, whether he should pay on the first, you are a disgrace to manhood. No one should ever spread the legs for you. Real men will take care of their business. You want to host me? You're going to take care of the bills you need to take care of. I'm going to be the real woman and take care of the bills. I'm not going to host you and expect you to pay.
Exactly.
So if you're doing this, you're debating this, and you are watching right now.
You are not a man.
You are useless. Turn in your man card. Turn in your man card.
Wrap it up.
That,
Wait,
listen, I feel like women are put to use the men this, men that card.
When it's convenient.
Right.
Whenever.
But y'all do the same thing with women.
Exactly.
Whenever it's convenient. The reason why we're even having this conversation is because men has been scammed over and over.
He said Congolese scammers.
They are going on these dates.
Congolese mama scammers.
Just to
get a free meal.
For
free meal. Okay, so what? Sometimes I just want a free meal. So what?
Exactly. Scammer right here. She's not one. She's a disgrace to all the.
No. should know who you're approaching, sir. You should know who you're approaching. If you're approaching me, you know you cannot handle. I will come and eat your food and go. Period.
And the other thing is,
that's the thing.
I will eat your food and go.
A free meal.
When Narcisse says some girls be going out for free meals, it's your fault. You have to have good judgment and know what shorty's coming down for. If you know she's the type of woman that's down for free meals and she's not a boss woman, it's your fault for choosing her, even taking her on a date. So blame yourself for feeding the homeless.
and the other thing is, whenever you give them the opportunity for you to pay the whole thing, my friend, the way they'll be eating. They will make sure they will eat.
They will always things they cannot pronounce.
They will go with chicken frappe canapé. My sister, am I the only one who's gonna pay for that?
No.
Yeah. I invited you. Just get at least a glass of water. You mad?
Listen, nalingala balobaka. So aliaka eloko ekokina mungongo na ye. So if you're coming, you know you can't handle. What are you doing?
Right.
You call me a scammer. I am a good scammer. I was scamming today. I was scamming tomorrow, and the next day because you're dumb.
Then you
need to know. Hold on. You need to know. Hold on. You need to know the kind of woman you're approaching. If you know you can't handle, sit down and be on your little side. Take a little girl to your McDonald's and pay $5 there.
Oh please.
Go with what you can afford. Period.
I want to add something with what the guys are saying. Like, if you don't know this woman, you're not quite sure. I understand where they're coming from. I'm not going to spend $300 on a meal for you. Right. I do understand where they're coming from with that. But I feel like if you do invite this woman out, you have the decency. Invite her where you can afford. Exactly. It doesn't have to be fancy. But invite someone you can afford. Date a woman in your tax bracket. Date a woman in your tax bracket.
I do agree with what you're saying.
Invite a woman you can afford. Listen well.
One thing what females fail to realize is that you keep saying approach a woman you can handle.
Yes.
What's the purpose of a first date? To get to know a person.
Right.
So when you're trying to get to know a person, you don't really know that person.
Right.
How can you miss the whole concept of getting to know a person?
Nowadays, we know you before we know you.
The food, who's paying, you know what I mean?
Nowadays, we know each other before the first date. Nowadays, let's be
have a
honest.
slight idea.
Let's be honest.
Let me add this.
No, but I'm saying you have to know the woman you're approaching.
That's true.
Like, let's take a walk. That could be a date for you guys.
Exactly.
Yes. Just by conversation.
But a first date
you
can
have
be
to
at
know.
a restaurant.
You said that side conversation. I'm not the one that will be posting pictures and everything. You look like, I don't know. And whenever you come around, you'll be acting like they are a whole different.
And that's exactly my point. Date a woman in your tax bracket. You cannot listen. Look, you have to date a woman in your tax bracket.
Period.
If I'm an IG model, right, and all I date is ballers and this and that, don't expect to approach me trying to take me to McDonald's because all I'm used to is in 5-star restaurants.
So you're materialistic then?
But
What?
Listen,
You're materialistic, right?
No. I'm saying because you're trying to you can't expect me.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about
But if you be fake,
if you have a tax bracket, I don't believe I should pay for your meal. It has nothing to do.
Right.
With the date.
Nothing.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what we do.
Date a woman in your tax bracket that you can handle. If you can't handle a woman that
you guys are saying. You guys are saying.
That can be deceiving. Because
They're really here arguing
you are here
this. I
looking
can't
on
believe
social
this.
media, right? You feel like, oh, this girl is an
2023.
IG model, so you expecting her to be materialistic, to be out here. Some people are humble with money.
Yeah.
You know,
A
a
lot.
lot of people have money, but they will go eat at Applebee's.
like
Of
me.
course.
But if
You can't just
Even the 2 for 20, you still it's still about who's paying.
Exactly. Even the 2 for 20.
I'm responding to a tax bracket idea.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's stay on that.
Okay.
What I was saying is, you can't just look at a person based on social media and expect, oh, you know how they are, or you know what they did that, and stuff like that. You can't say, oh, this person is always fresh, so you expect them to have money. You know, some people will spend the last dollar on clothes and they ain't got nothing in the bank account. So that's why you're getting to know that person, because you just want to go based on that.
You better not be the one.
But no, but my point, what I was saying was
Look
that
at you.
After that first date, that's when you will know
But
if you need your
I'm
tax
saying-
bracket or you should
But
continue or not.
saying, why would you approach a woman that you can't even handle?
Exactly.
And then, listen.
Yes, you do.
No, yes, you do.
You have an idea.
A man, again, man base everything off of physical look.
Exactly.
If I'm a woman that carry myself a certain way, and you ask me out on a restaurant to eat, so you expect me? I took my busy day to go out and for you to be like,
base everything on your physical look, because
the
I know y'all be faking. Sometimes a lot of y'all be faking.
You know this person is a doctor.
A lot of y'all be faking on social media. You out here a broke girl. You can't even handle a $20 meal at McDonald's.
Because I want you to pay doesn't mean I'm broke. I'm not a broke girl. Take care of your bills. If I'm minding my business or you're calling me, you better pay. Stop being cheap, stop being stingy, and stop acting broke. Think like a rich man, and hopefully one day you will become a rich man. I'm done here.
Know who you're actually taking out on a date. You know this girl on her profile, she's a whole doctor or a lawyer or a high profile. So definitely, you know, she's making about 100K, you know what I'm saying? And your tax bracket is like 20,000 a year. Alright? Definitely, you definitely know that this girl is way too much. Again, don't get me wrong. Listen, hold on. Let me finish. Can I finish? Maybe this woman is humble enough. She doesn't care about how much you got. She'll take you or whatever it is. But don't take me out on a date. Take me somewhere else. Don't embarrass yourself to take me to McDonald's. Embarrass yourself to that level. You know, I'm not on that level. How about take me on a walk or come home and cook or something else? Because if you're gonna embarrass yourself to take me to a cheaper place and then you expect me to pay for that, boy, that's it. I'm blocking your number. And if your card, that's good. That's fine.
That's an idea.
If we go to that restaurant, if we go to my last point is if we go to that restaurant, all right, and you're about to pay. I'm making how much? $200,000, all right? I'll have this high profile. Everybody knows me, okay? So I'm sitting there and your card declines. First of all, you embarrassed me, all right? You embarrassed my whole career, entire life. Guess what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to stand up, pay for my bill, and you're going to stay there and wash them dishes.
Okay, so as far as the tax bracket go, just because you're making $5 million don't mean you actually have that money. It's a lot of people that's in the high tax bracket that are living paycheck by paychecks. Or they're behind. Bad everything. So
doesn't matter.
First of all, we need to take that stigma of status and how much you make out of the equation. We gotta take it out of the equation.
Status matter though. Status matter.
That's okay, but we need to take it out of the it's who you are, but it doesn't make you a person though. If they take that status out, who you are? Do you know yourself without the status?
Why is the expectation?
That's a whole nother level.
I just said expect. I'm not talking.
Getting to know somebody.
No, let me tell you something. Cause you out here asking
That's a good way to get to know somebody.
That's a whole nother level.
You actually asking me to pay, right? You actually asked me. We just met, right? We met, right? No, let me tell you something.
Pay for a hole.
No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Out of my house. That's why I expect you to pay.
John, go ahead.
You invited me out of my house. That's why I expect you to pay.
Right.
Okay.
Sex has nothing to do with that. That is some disrespectful way of thinking. When a woman, you pay for a date for a woman for one meal and she should sleep with you. That's your expectation. That's shame.
That's wrong.
That's very shameful.
But baby, it is not the way I am seeing things. I see it's a totally different thing. You know, when I pay for you, I'm expecting on something.
Something like what?
You better give it to me. You better give it to me. Down there, baby. You already know that suku. Give it to me hard. Bro, what are we doing?
What I'm gonna say is,
what I'm
gonna say, like, if you're on a date and you feel like the vibe is bad and this is not somebody you can see yourself dating again, if you want to split the bill and keep it pushing, it is what it is. Like, what I'm trying to say is, if you make up this date, you call the woman, you set this up, you take care of everything from beginning to end.
And if you accept it, and you are coming up to me, as together doing that thing,
it takes two.
Then
No.
Just because
agreements.
That agreement. Asking me on a date, expecting sex. If you, especially
I'm not your home
because
you don't know this person.
If we split the bill, then baby, I won't ask for anything. But if I pay for it,
that's a whole
my card, taking out my card and pay for it.
Listen,
I think you shouldn't be dating.
You get it wrong. But listen. I think
dating is not for the broke.
But I think all of us don't disagree with y'all. I think we're just showing you other perspective on why guys will not pay.
Exactly.
Because let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example.
Let's
say I go on 5. Listen, let's say I go on 5 first dates, right? In 1 month, and after that first date, they're not texting me.
You say 5 in 1 month?
In 1 month. I'm in a dating process.
Because you date. Y'all what you doing?
Keep going.
Listen, Listen. Let me finish. You go on the first date. You know, you was texting, whatever.
Yeah.
After the first date, boom. They stop texting you.
What's wrong with that?
You go on nothing wrong with that. You go on a second date, the same thing. You go on a third, fourth, and the fifth one, the same thing is happening. So now you're like, so I'm just out here spending money on these girls and they're not entertaining me after.
Right.
So
you're not picking one.
All right, listen, that's on him. So it's up to him to come up with a decision on the sixth date if he doesn't want to pay for
No,
the
at
girl,
that point,
because he doesn't know if
But
she'll
you
stay
have
there.
to understand, when you go on a date with a woman,
You have to understand
make
both
it
sides
simple.
too.
I am understanding both sides. You're meeting this person for the first time. I do not expect you to pay a $300 meal that this woman has. Because yes, there's women that go, oh, I'm doing nothing today. Let me go get a free meal. Let me eat some steak. It's been a while.
I'm
here for the food. I'm here for the food. Oh, is that right? No,
At
it's
this
not.
point,
But
I'm
if
gonna
you're
let you know.
calling her, setting things up, you have to pay. You're setting this up. You're setting the date up.
Yeah, I'm setting it up, but at this point, I'm gonna let you know. When you come in, oh, I am sorry. You know what? I'm gonna let you know.
If he's setting it up,
yeah,
he's gonna set it up
I'm
all
gonna
the way
let
to 3 a.m.
Yeah, no, let me tell you something. It's all fine. Look, at this point,
after dinner, we're going back to my house.
It's not the same.
Let me set up the whole night.
It's not the same. That's another level of a relationship. You can't bring that in on the first date.
It's only proper etiquette to make sure you take care of her the right way.
It's proper etiquette.
way.
It's proper etiquette to take care of your guests. So you invited them. You take care of the bills. You invited them. That's your guest. If they invited you, they're gonna take care of the bills. I'm the type of woman. You out there? I ask you out. I will pay. But if you have the guts to ask me out, baby boy, you better be ready to pay.
Can I ask something? I have a question. Can I ask a question?
I'm gonna invite you to a museum.
What if she invited herself? What if she invited herself?
Let's go to the park.
No, I understand that. But what if she invited herself and then
To a
expect
museum,
you
baby.
to pay for it?
That's a different topic.
Inviting herself for like how?
No woman is inviting herself on a date.
Can I come
want
with
to
you?
go on a date with a woman? You
I'm
can
at the
guess
party.
that.
I'm coming.
Huh?
Oh yeah, then she gotta
that's
pay.
not a date.
She gotta pay
That's
for
the date.
herself.
That's the date.
Wait for
It's
herself.
the date.
She's on her
She
own.
has to pay
It's
for
the date.
herself.
She's on her own.
It's
No,
the date.
you did not ask her.
I'm not
You
seeing you
asked
at a
her.
restaurant.
You
and
didn't make
asking
the
you,
initiative.
I'm on the phone.
You didn't make the
What y'all saying is
initiative.
she
invited
initiated. So y'all saying whoever that initiated have to pay for it. That's what
Yes, that period. That's the whole point.
You
That's the whole
initiated,
point.
you have to pay for it.
At this
whole
point,
time
at
you
this
being
point,
there, you
at
pay
this
for
point,
yourself.
if I am trying to invite a girl to go out, let's go to the park.
Okay,
That's
that's
fine.
fine.
Let's go to the park.
That's fine.
Let's go to the park. There is a lot of trees.
You may pay for
Let's play with it. We are
Guess
done.
what? Guess what? You're gonna have to
She
pick
gonna be
me up.
thirsty?
You're gonna have to pick me up
And
from
that
my
is
house.
none of my business. Water, I got water.
You don't need to be.
I got water. I got water.
John, you're gonna have to pick me up from my house though.
Huh?
I'm not driving to the park.
Are you gonna pay for gas?
Hell
You better give me some money for gas.
no.
That's
Alright,
great.
so I totally agree. Like I will always pay for the first date. Doesn't matter if I initiate or somebody else does.
Okay, man. You got energy.
But not only that, I always pay even when it's just a casual thing. Because I remember like last time I was flying at a layover in Atlanta, I was sitting at the airport eating, and then there's a lady that just wanted to come sit with me and just had a conversation. And then we started talking and drinking. Later the bill was $150. Even though she initiated to come sit with me, I still ended up paying for the whole thing.
Oh, you nice. You nice.
I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that. I'm paying for that. I don't know how to say. I don't know
Even though, but even though I'm one way, I do understand why certain guys are different ways. Because I do have a lot of guy friends that feel, that think differently than I do, and I do understand why they have their own reason. That's why I would never disagree if somebody doesn't want to pay on the first day they initiate.
I am not your father. I am not your uncle. I am not your sibling. I am not your neighbor. When we go out, you make sure to pay for it. Go ahead, baby.
You see.
Like I said, I'm minding my business. Mind your business, baby. You know you're stingy. You know your ways. You know you do not like paying on the first day, on the third day, on the fourth day. Leave me alone. I'm not the one for you, baby. Go for the girls that will invite themselves. So once they invite themselves, they're on their own. If you dare call me and you disrespect me but asking me to pay, all my brothers coming for you. I'm gonna just don't waste my time. You do not make a lady pay on the first date, especially if you invite her. That's disrespectful. You have no manners. Go back to your mama. Let her teach you some manners, okay? Be a man. I'm done.
Broke
As far as first date goes,
Stingy man.
as far as first date going, again, the way I was raised is you always take out the bill or whatever. But there's just different scenario where, you know, people oftentimes associate the first date with you, a man spending money. And that's where I feel like there is an issue, because first date can be anything. But most of the time in nowadays, when for the first date, she expects you to feed her, take her somewhere nice, feed her and all that. Like, you can't just go to Applebee's. Oh, it's too cheap. You have to go somewhere high for a first date, most of the time. Because they're going to look down at Applebee's, they're going to talk about you in the group chat.
Oh, yeah.
So let's be clear with that.
They're looking at you as food stamps. So like, feed me.
So let's be clear with that. My issue is not, you know, paying for the first date. It's just that the fact that girls now attach the first date with how much money he's got to spend on me, and that determines if I keep talking to him or not. That's where my issue lies.
What kind of girl should be messing with?
I don't know. Look, my first date tells me who you really are.
Period.
If you can handle me, if you're a man enough, first date tells me that. If you take me to Applebee's, first date tells me that. Because guess what? It's going to be Applebee's first, McDonald's next, and it might be do they have snacks in Dollar Tree?
Dollar Tree snacks. She said that.
Yeah, Dollar Tree snacks. At least, if you're going to take me on the first date, and, you know, save up some money. Know your tax bracket. Alright? We're not on the same tax bracket. Alright? If you're making that small money, alright, try to put your money together.
Since money is such a big deal, why don't you pay for it?
No, the thing is, I'm gonna pay. Guess what? After the first day, the second one, I'll pay second, third, fourth, fifth, because I got the money. I'm gonna pay for it. By first day, get your life together and do it.
Period.
I feel like, as a man, if you are initiating a date, you need to first of all know who you're initiating a date to.
Period.
If she's a boss woman, don't be over here thinking she's coming for a meal, because that's not the case, because she can buy her own meal.
Facts.
That's one.
Period.
Two, if you're on a date with this woman and she's ordering all this food, that already shows you her character. She's a low life and she came here for food.
Exactly.
But real women, whatever they order, they should be able to pay for it and for a card get their meal, not yours. But what I'm saying is,
you wash dishes.
What I'm saying is, if you initiate the date and want to take the woman out, I feel like it's manners. You have to pay for the first date.
Exactly.
And it's like, if it's type of woman, you know she's serious, she's not coming on a date for a free meal, then you should not treat her like you paying for this meal gives you a mighty like let's go to Motel 6. Absolutely not. Just because you pay for the date, so just know who you getting yourself involved.
And y'all be the one that be doing takeout. The takeout.
Yeah, she show up on a date and then she ordering to go for the kids.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially African girls, they will go to go.
All right, so I agree with all the ladies over here. Is that, you know, you got to make sure you know who you're approaching. If you are going to ask us out on a date, make sure you're paying. Make sure your money's there. Because as a woman, I don't mind paying if I ask you on a date.
Right.
But if you ask me and I'm taking my time, and everyone knows my time is money. So if I'm stopping making money for you, trust and believe you're paying for me. Period.
Period.
That was a wrap, baby.